I've ever felt for
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Disney
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
There goes Sam with his Disney-hating haircut. I don't know.
It's true, I do have
And
a very
Andrew has
Disney
to push a
haircut.
button.
That's what?
Andrew has to push a button.
I'm on the button. Don't worry. Look, I'm on it. And I'm pressing it on, and it's on again.
And I'm
Look at that action. What?
Yeah, so we have technical difficulties tonight, and
do this
Andrew
all night.
has to push a button to be able to talk. Is he like he's on CB radio?
I'm on the button.
He's on
button.
Are you reading over? Breaking. Can you hear me? Is this podcast?
Oh, God.
There you go. I'm back. I'm okay. Practicing. Practicing.
Did we get possessed for a moment?
What do you mean?
Right, well, bonjour. We are
Bonjour.
doing
Bonjour.
Beauty and the Beast today. Some may say
Beauty
it's
and the
a tale as old as time.
I've heard this.
How many times are we going to burst into song in the next hour?
Well,
lot.
judging by the film, a lot, because there was a lot of songs going on here compared to the last film we watched, where there was nothing. Yes,
Indeed.
Well, they
there's
wanted
somebody-
to make it a non-musical one.
I think somebody in the office went, guys, we messed up the last one. We got to get those songs back in there. So they just made it all about the songs.
Well, actually, no, never mind. No, yeah. What was the last one?
Record Down
Record
Under.
Down Under.
Yeah.
Which didn't really have any songs.
No, but it did have Megatron in it.
It did.
I've got a point about Megatron, but I'll bring that up later.
Oh, you tease. Tease.
Oh my!
Is it because I was teasing those facts last month? So.
Yeah, maybe.
And I love the fact.
Fact.
Remember, I said like last time I was going, "Oh, I'll tell you after the podcast," and I never told you after the podcast. It's like I told you yesterday. So.
It was way after the podcast.
Right. Okay.
So we just turned and went, what podcast?
Beauty and the Beast, 1991, 1 hour and 32 minutes. So, I thought the piano intro was pretty epic, and it's like,
I love that piece
Yeah.
of music.
and it's like you're in for a story. Gather round, children.
Gather round for an hour and 32 minutes of perfection.
I think it's safe to
Does
say
someone like
is,
this film?
Is this someone's favorite Disney film?
Maybe. I'll tell you now, listeners, I'm slightly biased in this one.
At least ever so slightly.
And it's all
And
about
I'll
the
hear no
books.
bad words of it.
I was
Look at you,
I was
Sam.
Well,
I was
I've
saying
got
that-
many bad words to say.
what? Good God.
No, I'm joking. I don't. I have many weird facts, but I don't have.
We like
much.
weird facts. That's good.
Yeah, I've got
Um,
one particularly weird one. Looking forward to
I
that.
thought the opening, other than I love that piece of music, but it looks stunning. Like when it zoomed in
Yeah.
over that forest,
really good. I couldn't help thinking.
gorgeous.
I couldn't help thinking that forest did remind me of the waterfall in The Fox and the Hound and Bambi and stuff. And I was wondering,
God.
is this all in the same universe? Are we in the same
Probably.
sort of forest? But this is just they've built a castle now, and it's a different era.
It's zooming in.
Brilliant.
Remember the tragedy of those two films.
Yeah,
Have a great time, kids.
But yeah, it was beautiful. It was the backgrounds and stuff was next level, I think.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've kind of nailed their backgrounds now, haven't they?
It's just like the motion of them as well is pretty cool. We said about that last week, and it was last month, whenever it was, that last year, or whatever, I don't know.
That's yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing I found interesting about the intro story is the Beast. It's like it says that the petal will fall when he turns 21.
Yes.
So it's like he's only 21. I did not know that. I thought he was older.
Yeah, you'd assume
Yeah,
he'd
baby.
be. Yeah. I couldn't remember if it tells you how long he'd been cursed for.
It
Because he
doesn't
must
in
have
the
been cursed
story.
quite
in the
young.
story. Yeah, it doesn't on there, does it?
No, I
don't
couldn't
think
work it out. I thought it was
that's
interesting that he, an old woman comes to his door and he won't allow her in, and she curses him. But what I found interesting is he is a prince. He lives in a massive castle. Yet why is he opening the door?
And this is even worse. I've just googled when was Prince Adam cursed.
Yeah.
He was 10 or 11 years old.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
my god, he was
So
the
no
proper
wonder he's not going to
So-
care about.
He's home alone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this old
So-
hag comes to the door. He's not going to be like, yes,
Yeah.
come in. It's like, no, go away, stranger danger, stranger danger. Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. This is messed up.
Thing is,
Really
he's
messed up.
royalty. He could be friends with Snow White and that kingdom, and she told him, "Beware old women."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's gone,
yeah.
I'm onto you.
It
I
actually
can't
looks like
help but
a
feel
big
we're
old woman.
stretching the fact here that he was just a little dickhead.
Yeah.
According to Tumblr, he was
eight.
18 years old.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, other than him being grumpy with the woman at the door, there was nothing else illustrated. I remember seeing the live action version of this film, and it was better illustrated of why he was a little so and so.
The Emma Watson one.
That's the one. Yeah, it was better illustrated in that.
I threw up a
I
little.
think.
Why? What did he do in that?
Well, he was just having parties all the time, and he wasn't caring about things, and he was checking people out, and he was having too much fun. Yeah, but in this one, he just merely
Little
answered the
bastard.
door and looked grumpy. That's all
He
he
looked
did.
grumpy, but then no, because he also was like, "Fuck off," is what he
Yeah.
said to her.
Yeah, because I mean,
That's true,
what,
yeah.
what was she saying to him?
She just wanted
Right
to
there
come
and
in
then.
'cause she wasn't very well.
She just
She was
wanted
an
his
imposter.
Wi-Fi password. Sam.
Yeah, exactly. A thief. Right? She was also somebody in disguise, so she was unscrupulous to start with.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So
true.
really, who's really in the wrong here?
Who?
I
is
don't know. I think
really-
he's still in.
It's
the
a bit
wrong.
of a funny one. It is a bit of a weird one
who
because I didn't
is
think
the beast here.
I didn't think it was that illustrated very
psychological
well.
study.
You know,
Like, the whole idea is that he's being a dickhead. But it is hard to curse him to be a bloody beast and all his servants.
Oh,
And his
yes.
Win.
That's the worst bit. Forcing everyone in the
The
castle.
servants was weird.
yes. I think this witch really needs to look at her mandate. And you know what she produces, and quite frankly, I think she needs to have a complete overhaul.
That's the problem.
come up
Andrew.
with a better
I think
product.
she wanted a mandate.
Yes, very good, very good. Yes.
It's only 10. Bloody hell! Come on.
Yeah, that's paedophilia right there. It's wrong.
I think the original story he was 10 or 11. I think in this one he's a bit older though. I think so.
I'm going to say he
guess-
doesn't look
Would make more
10 or
sense.
11.
No, yeah.
I just think it was
Yeah.
a little bit strange, and I think it could have been a little bit better explained storytelling wise. Because
Well, I've got a factoroni.
Oh, here you go.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
first fact. Let me get ready to cross it off so I know I've said it. Apparently, the scene where she curses him
Yes.
Yeah.
was actually meant to be part of the animation, but they missed out for whatever reason. He was meant there was meant to be more to it. He was meant to be
Money.
the whole
Oh.
curse scene was meant to be like animated
Or like
rather
showing
than
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
but they
yeah.
cut it.
Oh.
Fact.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of glad they did because it's sort of it's better that way because you get that really sinister introduction of what the beast actually looks like later on in the story. And I think if you had already seen a bit of
Yeah.
that, I think that would have
Yeah.
spoiled it a little. It's like, what did he turn into? You don't know until you actually know. But it's just, I think if you'd seen it a
Even
little
though
bit
it's on
earlier,
the DVD cover and stuff.
oh yeah, I know that. I'm pretending
VHS
I've got the
cover back
cinema
then.
to see this.
Pretend I've never seen a DVD cover in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a little bit of a fact with the first song, the one that we opened this beautiful podcast with. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. I thought that song was called Little Town, but it's actually called Belle. But anyway, that's not the fact. The fact is that song wasn't actually supposed to be in it. It was literally supposed to be a couple of dialogues of her just walking into town, getting some bread or something like that, and then like walking back. It was literally like 30 seconds, something like that. And then Howard Ashman was like, "I'll take a stab at making a song for that," and then
Okay.
there we go. It's
There we go. Also, I found that song.
Oh.
Why are they all bitching about it?
Yeah, I got
in
that
song.
I got Strange Girl. Why? Because she's imaginative and intelligent.
Yeah, I know exactly. They think she's so weird, yet they all fancy her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very messed up town. That's one of my points later. It's just like they're the ones that are more mad than Belle and her old man.
Hurry!
You know,
Before we go
hurry up.
into
Messed
this
up town.
I'd like to go back slightly to the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole trying to do some Latin research.
Oh.
Because you see the stained glass, and it's got a motto on it. And I really wanted to know what that motto was.
Okay.
What was it?
I had to do a bit of digging. And it translates to, and it's interesting to see what you think this means. It translates to, he who conquers, conquered himself.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah, very
Okay,
accurate.
then, well, I'm going to put this to you now, right? During this entire movie, the guy who made the lyrics, Howard Ashman, was dying of AIDS. And it's said that a lot of the songs in it were influencing how people perceived the gay community and things like that. And people are saying, people thought he was the beast because he had AIDS and things like that, and the mob were the general people and stuff like that. A lot of people who were close to him said that was no way would he have ever put that in there. But that's quite interesting from that little thing that you said. But there, it's like, so he looks like he was battling something within himself. So
Interesting.
Because the whole idea, the whole premise, as it said at the beginning, is about beauty is found within and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But the whole plot of this film is essentially the curse is about, he's been locked away, he's shying away from society then, isn't he? And he needs to find that person that'll see through it. So I can see how maybe some people could read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come on to a little bit later anyway about I'll say it now, but I'll expand on it later. I think Beast has orchestrated the entire thing, the entire movie. He's orchestrated it and stuff. So,
oh my god!
All right, like a big bachelor.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. From the minute he's being cursed, it's like fuck. And then he's got I might as well say it now. The wolves, right? I think the wolves work for him.
All right,
because he the wolves
people into his castle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then Belle, when she runs off after him, the wolves are there to stop her, and then he comes and he fights them off, and
there's some very interesting things about those wolves.
And then she comes and helps him, and that's when they fall in love and stuff. Yeah, wolves are totally working for him. So
What's interesting though, he's leaving it a bit late, isn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He didn't get many women coming his way, maybe.
Yeah, well, it's all men, isn't it? And that's why he has to shove him in the dungeon. Then it's like,
well, this is leading me on to a later point. I'm going to skip ahead slightly.
I think you won't skip ahead.
Talking about, it's only men coming to his castle. Has anyone spoken to him and asked him? Does he even like women?
This is true. Yeah, this is true.
Because nobody,
well,
nobody
that old
shot
woman
for
didn't
Ash.
at the
It
beginning,
didn't
did he?
specify it
No.
needed to be a woman. We
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
what he's into. Also, it doesn't
Yeah.
specify you need to have romantic love,
No.
which means
Yeah,
he doesn't care about Lumiere or Cogsworth.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe that none of that. Maybe none of that matters. Maybe it didn't matter. It just had to be whoever was Belle was going to be. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, it's like what I'm saying is right. If you're saying, oh, there was a possibility that the Beast could be gay, it could just be simply that the right bloke didn't walk in through the door.
Yeah, possible. Yeah, yeah. I know what you
That-
mean. Yeah.
Do you know?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Basically, what
Maurice
you're saying is
wasn't
he
doing
went
it for
straight.
him.
Yeah, basically, Mads Mikkelsen didn't come in through the door, right? Or Chris
Same
Hemsworth or
beast,
someone,
same.
Instead, he had
Holding out for that.
Maurice.
or Ryan Reynolds.
Maurice.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe that's
yeah,
it.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, you got a point there. You know, I mean, we're going with this whole thing because of what happens, you know. But yeah, yeah.
Andrew,
back to
is
that-
Chris Hemsworth your gay love then?
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he would be because you mentioned Mads Mikkelsen, which
Good.
is
Indeed.
you mentioned Mads, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Emma
yeah.
and Sam's love. Then you mentioned
course.
Chris Hemsworth. Then you mentioned
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, which is my gay
Ryan
love.
Reynolds, yeah,
So it's like,
makes sense.
Chris Hemsworth, Thor. It's gotta be
Yes,
Andrew's
yeah.
gay
Thor.
love. Yeah,
Of
there you
course,
go.
obviously,
Yeah.
God of Thunder. Come on.
Well, I want to hear a four in here. Can we get four?
All right, ready? Four.
Here we go, guys. You've heard it first here. This is a world exclusive.
Andrew gay for Thor.
It's a four.
It's not a
Four,
shock, to
four
be honest.
event.
I'm not really shocked.
No, not
by
really.
it.
Yeah, no. This isn't a shock.
Oh, dear.
Maybe when you listen to this podcast, Andrew, he'll give you a
yeah.
call.
Oh, I'm sure he won't.
Yes.
He'll subscribe to
World-renowned.
Skybot, drop a little
All right.
DM, and you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so if you are
Cheeky
Chris
little-
Hemsworth, or even if you're not Chris Hemsworth, then subscribe now and hit the notification bell.
There you go.
There you go, Emma. That was a great segue. Thanks very much for opening
Yeah.
No
that.
problem, honey.
Right, let's get back to Beauty and the Beast.
This
Right.
village, right?
Yeah.
The small-minded village.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about books,
No.
They don't.
Right?
No.
No.
The
so
poor
how is
conventional
that
town.
bookshop still going?
Well, she's obviously
It's a
keeping it
fancy
going.
library.
Yeah.
Well, she's going there every day, isn't she?
She keeps giving her books.
Only
He's
the
like,
one
you like
book.
that? You can have
Yeah.
that.
Only the
I
one
was
reckon-
reading.
I reckon it's
Maybe she's got a tab. Maybe she's got a
Yeah,
tab.
Oh, maybe.
this is it.
Yeah.
I mean, she just finished with Jack of the Beanstalk because that's what she was reading first
Yeah.
of all,
Mm.
and then she opened up the Sheep Book Club,
Oh, Christ.
you know, in the town centre.
Maybe she's waiting for Maurice to make an invention so she can make her million and then pay back the bookshop.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, quite possible.
Well, with
Those sheep, though, Andrew, they
Sorry.
ate her book.
Oh, I know. They were very enthusiastic because you see, sheep don't just like to read; they like to eat the words. Properly
my next
developed
point.
story.
Yeah, my next point is Emma would hate the book eating sheep.
Yes, yes. There's
And
Emma's
Gaston
bell.
keeps putting it in the mud.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I think I
Gaston.
made a note of that as well somewhere. But as an animation thing, right? There was quite a lot of people in this town.
Yeah.
And I'm comparing it now to Oliver and Company, whereas there was
Okay,
quite a
yeah.
lot of people, and they were all really flat and horrible looking
Yeah.
and stuff. And there was probably about 24, maybe more characters wandering around and stuff like that. And even they were
Doing
all on
things,
one
yeah.
shot at one point and stuff. And I thought it was
Yeah.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's like
They were all doing
Technology has
things, weren't
evolved.
they?
You know,
Yeah.
technology would have evolved. You're talking like what, a year, 2 years between
a couple of years. Yeah,
Oliver
but
and Company in it.
yeah, they used a lot more CG stuff in Oliver and Company. Well, actually, no, they didn't.
But I think
was
I
a lot-
think
there was a
also
lot
of-
it might just be simply a different approach to
Yeah.
working on something like that, and go like, hey guys, we've realized that people are really looking down the alleyways and in the background. Let's crank up the busyness, let's crank up the vibrancy of these characters, and let's make sure that that's
Ooh,
there. Maybe they've had a talk, they've had a bit of a powwow.
They've
and
had
go
a
like, "Look,
they've had
hey,
a talk into
you
it.
know, you're an allies. You do that. You do the fisherman. You do the
do
bakery.
allies.
Come on, let's get these characters. Because I noticed characters reoccurring, like the bald man with the big tash.
Oh,
He's having a
yeah,
barber and he
villager.
gets half of it cut off. And then I saw him later with it fully grown back, driving a carriage. And then you saw him somewhere else going down an alleyway with some bread. I noticed this character and I started following.
There's those three sisters that all look the same, so there could be three
Yes.
brothers that look the same as well. See,
Well, this is it. The only difference was the color of the dresses and the hairstyles.
it's a town of triplets. If you don't have triplets, then get out of
maybe.
town. Pretty much. There's another two Gaston running around.
That's it. Oh yeah.
Oh god, can you
It's
imagine?
Gastoff and Gas Maybe.
Um,
Gaston.
and then
Can
that's
I-
followed by the long lost British gas. Can we
I
talk
don't
about
think
Gaston?
I don't think the
Creeping on
villain
the
could
roof.
handle. I don't think the villain could handle them and testosterone
No,
if there were
true.
three of
No,
them.
that's true.
Exactly.
That's why you got Gastoff as well. See, so
Gassed off. Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
I was very.
He-
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no, you go. You go.
No. I was going to say about Gaston. I was just absolutely amazed by the fact that he keeps a quiver with arrows and he's running around with a blunderbuss. And
yeah, but he does
'cause
use
he's just like,
the bow and arrow at the beginning. doesn't
later, yeah. No, at the well, I didn't notice it at the beginning, but I noticed it at the end. It might have happened in the beginning, but when you see him first in the village, can I just say, I think this might be the first ever proper point blank killing visual that we've ever seen in Disney, because he shoots the duck out of the sky and he shoots a bullet, not an arrow, a bullet through the duck right in front of you. It's not like, oh, I've been murdered and there's been a bit of a shadow or dramatic and then, oh, there's a dead thing on the floor, like with other things, like say Bambi or whatever.
Yeah, Bambi's mum, the shot. And
Yeah,
then
that's what I'm
bang,
talking
and then
about.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
on-screen
this is the first one where you actually see a duck get blown away. Now I know this is, obviously a cartoon, but you do see it, and he plows a bullet through that duck, and the duck falls onto the floor. So he was shooting rounds. I mean, you can shoot all sorts of things in blunderbusses because they used to just chuck ball bearings, nails, and all sorts of things in it, just like that. But I've never heard. I mean, I might be wrong, but I've never heard of somebody wedging an arrow down there and again it shoot properly, right? Without it just exploding. So I was very interested in that. But yeah, I thought that was quite a weird, because I was thinking, well, why hasn't he just got a bow and arrow, or why is he got constantly wearing this quiver when he doesn't need to wear the quiver? It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And he was like wearing it most of the time.
It's just fashion, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like he's, even if he had a bow alongside the quiver at the back, like, because you can put them into the back and just have it there.
Hey, he's Gaston. He doesn't need it. He just throws the arrows at people.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I think in the live action, Gaston comes back from a war or something, doesn't he?
Oh, he might do. I've only seen the
Yeah.
live action one once.
Yeah, and me too, and I was once too many, I think. So
Yeah, no, it's not great, is
I've never
it?
seen it, so
don't save yourself.
no.
I don't think I like
intend
Emma
not to.
Watson, to be honest. I
just
don't know if she's
hated-
actually very good.
Yeah, I just hated her bloody auto-tuned voice, and it was quite clearly auto-tuned.
She just looks miserable. She's got a very sour face. It's like, oh, cheer up.
It's got, one sort of look, really.
Cheer
Yeah,
up, Emma. And she's like, not Emma Brown. Yeah, you.
I got it.
Yeah.
He just goes,
But
no.
Emma.
Only one ever allowed in this town.
Right.
I thought Belle's house was quite cute with this little water wheel.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, it's
cute
pretty
little
cute.
house.
You know it's not going to stand much longer though with Maurice and his
No.
invention.
No, and his
Invention.
amazing adventures. God, blimey.
I think he'd be a cool dad, though.
Like,
I quite
he's
like
one of the
him.
more likable people in that village. I mean, you know,
I
they
think
really should move
she's
back
probably the person who brings in the money more than him, really. Like, so.
with the library.
yeah. She, I don't know. She must read to the sheep, and they pay her.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't think she's got a job. I'm going to be honest with you.
Look, she's got a farm. They've got chickens and goats.
How old is
Oh,
Belle?
perhaps
Yeah,
that's,
but-
Sell eggs
how it
and
works.
stuff to the town.
Belle is
Maybe.
17 years
You
old.
never see any action. Oh, maybe.
Bloody hell, it's got Jasmine from Aladdin is 15. Pocahontas is 18, so she's the only like of legal age one of the original Renaissance ones. Mulan is 16. Oh, Cinderella's 19.
right.
Ooh.
Okay.
Tiana is 19. Ariel is 16. Rapunzel's she's not 18. She's
16
18.
fishes, yes.
She's 18 in the film, isn't she? She's 17 and she comes.
With her birthday, yeah.
Aurora 16. Snow White 14. Wow.
Wishing.
Oh,
Still the word.
Yeah.
So,
I love the fact that Gaston is setting up for the wedding before he's even proposed.
Oh my
Creep,
God,
yeah.
that is terrifying. Gaston's wedding,
Scales roofs.
just to ambush her outside the front door with an entire wedding ready to go, is
not having any of it.
frightening, alarming, and incredible all at the same time. I found it interesting that Gaston, his voice very felt like a very American sort of Wild Western kind of voice, and he's, you know, they're all supposed to be French.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You know?
I thought it was perfect French accent.
But he's just like that really sort of robust kind of like, you know, I've just swanned in, you know, in some sort of Wild West, or like an old Western, you
Well,
know. It
funny
just, he
enough-
felt like he was coming over like that.
In the live action, Luke Evans plays Gaston. Big up for Welsh actors. Whoop, whoop.
Hey!
But he came in with, and he like, when he was playing it, he already had the part, and he was playing it with this French accent. And apparently they went to him and was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Well, he's French." And they were like, "No, you do it in an American accent." And he was like, But he's French. And then,
Yeah. Gaston.
And then you got bloody
Fuck's
Emma
sake.
Watson then with her bloody stupid English posh accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't make her American.
Yeah. Good
Perhaps
point.
he should have been Welsh.
Good point. Yeah. Make
Yeah,
it all
exactly.
Oh, Belle,
about
love.
Welsh.
Alright, love. How's
All
it
set
going?
in- it's all set in Abercarn.
We get married now in a minute, all right?
That's it. No, in a minute. Whose coat is that jacket?
I do love though
brilliant.
when he's like trying to propose and stuff, and he's like saying,
Yeah.
"We'll have 6 or 7," and
Oh,
and she
yeah.
goes, "Dogs," and I've got
That's me.
Sam would say yes.
I said this to Em earlier, and she misheard me, and I might have missaid it, and she thought I'd said 67 kids. I said 6 or 7, but it sort of came out as 67 kids.
67 kids. Wow.
Only boys
Wow.
allowed, though.
Only
Yes,
boys
of course,
allowed on the
sexist,
band.
obviously. Yeah, that's it.
it.
That French classic band.
I
No
think-
meaning of 5 guys.
Belle is our first modern princess, though, here. In that she's like, she turns him down. She don't need no man. She's a strong,
she needs a-
independent
Oh, what, like
woman.
feminist? Like
Yeah,
she's
true.
feminist
Yeah.
supreme, you mean?
As she says, as she's singing, as like on Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music scene, where she gets up onto that hill and she's singing, she wants adventure. She wants a bit of a life.
Yeah.
And what happens?
You know,
she
she
gets
has no
locked up
interest.
in in a tower.
Yeah, I know.
yeah. But she does have
More
an
adventure
adventure.
than she was getting up to.
But yeah,
Before.
probably, arguably, yeah.
But she didn't have a
But
book then.
Oh,
Oh,
but
well.
we'll come to that
we'll come
later.
to- yeah, exactly.
How do we
Exactly.
feel about Philippe, the
Who's
horse?
Philippe? Oh, the
Oh,
horse. Oh,
I think
bless
that
him.
was very cute.
He's a
I've
cool
got to
dude.
say, Philip, as is, I don't know whether he's one of the earliest, but it really just shows Disney horses at their best, because the Disney horse, when you see a horse in Disney, they've always got amazing characters. They're always fun.
Like
Yeah.
Maximus
I agree.
in Rapunzel.
Yes, exactly. And this seems to be like a heritage
And,
of the horse is great. This is going to be a really fun thing, fun creature to watch. You know, he's going to have a great character. He's going to have a bit of thingy about him, and he's going to be great. And this is exactly what I mean. You know, you watch him and he's brilliant.
I always think of like Achilles in Hunchback of Notre Dame. Keep that attitude as well. But I know what you mean, Andrew.
They've all
Yeah,
got
exactly.
attitude.
Yeah, I just love that attitude. I love it.
Leading into what you're saying, I love the bit where Maurice gets lost in the woods, and he's like, and he looks at the signpost, and then it's like Philippe looks one way, and he's like, a nice autumn path,
Yes.
or a dark, scary wood. He's like, going this way.
Can I just say as well, that horse is amazing, because he knew where Maurice was, even though he left him in the lurch because of the wolves and ran off home before Maurice went to the castle. So he didn't know he was at the castle, but he tracked him back to the castle. And later on in the movie, he was magically waiting outside of the castle all that time, not eaten by wolves, waiting for Belle to come out and jump on to go off and rescue Maurice. Philip is amazing. Just saying.
Because the
It's an inside job.
the wolves
Yeah.
went on to Philippe and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna chase you. Drop off your
Yeah.
master, and then
yeah.
we're gonna chase you out to the thing. Don't worry, we're not gonna eat your master. Come
Yeah.
back in a few days and bring out that girl with you, all right?"
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
All right.
Yeah, and Philip was like, "Yeah, man, I
Right,
can't
champ.
wait to get rid of that girl. Just me and Maurice. That's all we want. Me and Maurice, my boy."
Bro, the boys hanging out.
The homies.
I can sleep in the
Absolutely.
house and everything.
Yeah, it's my house now.
He's buggering
Oh
off
my-
to a bloody invention show, but he's not actually taking his invention with him. So I don't know how that
I'm
works.
not carrying that.
Oh, I thought it was in a wagon on the back.
Yeah.
I thought he left it
thought-
there with her.
No. It
I
was
think
on the
he took it
wagon.
with him, but he then lost it in the woods, I think.
Yeah, he did.
So the wolves have got a lovely...
Because it turns up later, doesn't it?
oh, no, maybe... How did it
but
get
it-
back then?
It was on the wagon at one point. I'm trying to see that
Philippe
teleport
went
around.
back. Yeah, Philippe went back.
Yeah.
like,
Got it.
Oops.
Saddled himself up and then carried it to where it needed to be. See, I told you this horse is amazing. Amazing.
I love the
So,
fact, right,
Maurice-
we're 33 minutes into this podcast and we haven't gone past like the first 20 minutes yet.
But it's the best film.
I
We
haven't
have a
gone
lot to
past.
say.
I haven't gone past page 2 of my notes of 8.
Oh, he's
So-
back to 8. He's back to 8.
My God.
Sam. Andrew
Yes?
only had 3 pages last week.
I did. I
Oh my
did.
God.
No, I think it was weird. I had a weird sort of
What
backlash
happened?
of. I enjoyed the last film so much that I didn't feel I needed to take notes because I absorbed more. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, yeah, I am this film. It's weird.
I am this film. This is I.
But no, I was locked on A Beauty and the Beast, and I was literally just jotting down constantly through the entire film. So I've chalked up about 7.5 roughly. I think it would be fair to say.
Even I got 7, and I've never
Yeah.
got any
God.
notes either.
Yeah, exactly. So
I've got a page. Pretty cool,
Hey.
right?
That's good for you.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good.
page of observations and all.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
But we have
Yeah.
finally our first. Maurice gets to the castle. We're in the castle, guys.
We're in the castle.
We got there.
We got
We
there.
are in.
Oh wait, no, because I've got some points. Because you guys were on one, I didn't
on.
want to interrupt. But I've got some points from before that.
Rewind.
Freaks.
I said, oh, okay, no, sorry, the castle. That one of these, for some reason, I've written them really out of order, and I don't know why. I put Gaston is very rapey.
Yeah.
Oh,
He don't really
Yeah,
understand
you know.
consent, did he, at all?
No, and
He's
also,
Gaston.
why was he creeping on the roofs instead of just walking behind her
Because he's
or
Gaston.
alongside her?
military trained.
I think my next point involves one of the characters in the castle, so I guess that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we've just made it into the castle anyway, so
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
it's all good. I've got that, all the people are really happy to see him, so they make him a cup of tea and they get him all settled in. And
Best character.
Chip is the smallest cup of all. And then it's one slurp of tea and that's it.
Yeah.
Off
And he
the
could
pot
cut
point.
his lip on Chip as well.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find
yeah,
it a bit
yeah.
weird though, like slurping from this thing that's got face, and also drinking from the insides of Mrs. Pot?
Holding him
I found
through
it
his
a
nose.
bit weird.
The whole thing is a little bit thing. Do you know what I found really a little bit creepy? Right, Mrs. Potts, right, is the mother of Chip, right?
Yeah. I think you're going exactly what I've written down here. I think.
Well,
I'm hoping.
Did you see that horror cupboard of his brothers and sisters? Just
what
full
the
of other cups.
Oh no, I didn't actually.
It's
Well, they might
not
not be
violent.
all his brothers and sisters. It might just be like cousins, because it's
Like
not
most.
just.
We don't know. It looked
Shaming
very alarming.
Mrs. Pot. If she
looked
likes
alarming.
a lot of sex, and wants to have a big family, that's
Were they
her
clones?
prerogative.
Were they brothers and sisters? What were these? I mean, they didn't look very active. It looked a bit like as if she'd killed off all the old
What, like
ones.
the
and this was
corpses?
the newest one. Yeah, maybe.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I don't
god!
know.
What if this
This was the only one that behaved itself.
Maybe.
Kept them because they're useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went like the real cats.
Oh,
Right, hang on. I'm
Well-
putting up the warning. This podcast may contain harsh language and adult themes unsuitable for people who like cups and saucers.
Yes. Oh,
what was your point about Chip then?
Yeah.
Sam?
Just no. I'll leave mine till a bit later
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
because it's
Okay.
just it's involving something that happens a bit later.
Okay. Well, here
have
is
to wait
my
and see.
Megatron factoid
Oh.
for you. Because
Okay.
he's got to
Okay.
be in every film. Frank
Alright.
Welker
Yeah.
Yeah.
is the stool. It's the dog.
What?
I was gonna say, do you know what the dog is?
I
My
love
favorite
that dog.
character. That's my next
He's a-
point. My next point is the dog
Oh.
footstool is the best
Sam.
character.
Trust you like
amazing.
a
Really
dog.
cute.
He's just about. He's important because he's
Yeah,
there.
he's just a dog
That's
and
it.
he's doing his thing. You know.
How
He's a
many
buffet.
animals has Frank Welker voiced?
All of
Really
them.
career out of dogs.
At least
Animals.
968,000.
Oh, wow.
What?
No.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Very
he
legitimate
He
sound
voiced the
effect.
Goombas in Super Mario's. Oh.
Wow.
He's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
He does the lion roars in Lion King.
Yeah. Oh,
That's me.
what's
Rawr.
really interesting about
Me,
that,
Disney.
Yeah.
I saw a very random clip of behind the scenes of him doing the lion roar. He does it into a trash can.
Oh.
You know, like an American
Ah.
little trash can. He does them
Okay.
into there, and that's what makes
Awesome.
noise.
That's
I thought it was,
brilliant.
cool.
Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic stuff.
I'm looking at Frank Welker. No, like somebody get me back on track before I go off on track.
Lumiere and Cogsworth were introduced too.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I
Like
can't
them.
understand for the life of me how this castle hasn't burnt down with Lumiere going around with his flame hands, just touching everything. He's just like, health and safety nightmare.
Touching all the maids.
Oh yes, what's going on with Mrs. Mop behind the curtain?
Mrs. Mop. It's a feather duster.
Spicy stuff. Oh, Mrs. Duster, sorry, Mrs. Duster. Be properly later.
Ms. Duster.
What's going on with Mrs. Mop?
And
Find
here's
out
the
next
other
time.
thing. Here's the other thing, which leads is Mrs. Mop, Mrs. Duster.
Mrs. Mop.
I'm just trying to work out that this prince beast, right? He must have millions upon millions of servants
Yeah, he
working for
does.
him. If every little thing if every little one of those things and all those dance routines and all those images, right, was a soul of a person,
Unless it's kind of
you
like
know.
in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen or whatever it's called.
where they don't explain where
Revenge of the
this
Sith.
Yeah, Revenge of the
Yeah.
Sith. Where they like split off and they won, so it's like RC
Oh, do you mean?
was
Oh, do you
3.
mean Chip?
Yeah.
Do you
so-
mean Chip was that whole bloody cabinet?
Yep. So yeah, so
Oh, that's even more creepy.
yeah.
Perhaps perhaps he can like put his consciousness in the one at the bottom and then creep up to like 9 and then go into that one and then.
Maybe
An
it's like
Attack on
if one of
Titan,
them
innit?
gets one of them
Oh,
gets
yeah,
broken,
exactly.
Exactly.
I broke.
one
I
of them
went into another one.
shattered, you can just jump to another one.
I didn't
Exactly.
think of that.
It is
Like
exactly
snail
that.
hit
the wall
It is
at the
exactly
same
that.
time for dance routines. Yeah.
I love the.
See, we're solving mysteries here. Mysteries of Beast Castle.
I love the little bit of bondage at the. Is it LaFoe? That's the
Yeah.
candle, isn't it? He does a bit of a.
Oh no, Lumiere.
No,
Lumiere as well.
Lumiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually no. Yeah. Sorry. Ignore me.
What?
Wrong characters. I was right. It's LaFoe.
Yeah.
I was talking about. We'll come to that later.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
I do have 2 points in the castle, but I don't think we got there yet.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
Belle hasn't arrived at the
Um,
castle yet, does she? And no linear points. And
Well.
we're at 42 minutes.
Hooray! What makes her old horse come back, didn't it? And she,
Yeah.
I
And then
can't
she
remember
jumps
what
on
happened
him.
to the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
And
get
then,
off the
Horse
castle.
announcer.
and then Philip magically knows where Maurice had gone,
The wolves.
which I'm, exactly.
Because obviously the
Um,
wolves are like running alongside, and that's when like they go even faster towards the castle then, isn't it?
I see. Yes.
Belle heroically sacrifices her life for her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Impressive stuff.
And
And
he
he-
instantly
she gets a
regrets it as soon. I think she was
Yeah.
expecting him to go, "No, it's okay. Go on, go home." And he's like, "Okay," and she's like, "Shit."
I'm impact. God damn it!
yeah. Oh. But
She gets the room instantaneously. He's like, "Come on, I'll show
Yeah.
you your room." Maurice is just gonna get left in that
It's-
dungeon.
in the
bless
dungeon,
him.
yeah.
Because the
yeah.
rest of them were like, "Oh, you go on, put him in a room," and it's like, "Okay."
Yeah, well, they don't care about Maurice,
No, they don't. No.
little old man.
No,
Yeah.
it's true.
doesn't dig gold,
I
man.
love the bit ends up going saying, "Oh, what's up there? The West Wing," and I'm like, Batcave, totally.
Yeah. Beast cave.
Yeah.
And
And then when
Just the
Belle
haunted
does go into her
box,
room, she dramatically throws herself on the bed. Like,
Yeah.
Really like.
Yes.
And it's like,
That is a classic Disney princessy thing to do, isn't
Yeah,
it? I
it's
mean,
like-
I've seen this before.
Trapped in your tower, isn't it?
I will
Like,
flop on the bed.
Gotta throw yourself
it
in
was
your bed.
very Cinderella, wasn't it? Like the way she.
Very
oh, she did, yeah,
old,
yeah.
very old school visual acting. You know,
Like the stormy weather outside, and
yeah,
your life is screwed now, Belle.
yeah, that's it. Better flop on the bed.
Forever. Yeah.
I thought the
Flop.
carriage that Beast throws Maurice
I
into
thought it
was
was
Oh.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
Did
one
you-
of those.
Did you notice how I felt that was really, really creepy? But did you hear the little sort of like kind of noise it made? It reminded me of the head spider in The Thing.
Oh,
when
God.
the head comes off and turns into the spider.
Oh,
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
say the
Yeah.
spidery things from Return to Oz. And
No. But it makes this kind of like
I love the turn
the,
to off.
the thing made that kind of like kind of noise, and I thought, ooh, that's nasty. Let's
Ooh,
go on,
that's
creepy carriage.
nasty.
Yeah, I was thinking
It's pretty spooky.
it's going to terrify the village.
so what
But,
happened after that then? Well, the village didn't really care. Oh yeah, so
Well,
then he turns back up at the village then, doesn't he?
That's
Yeah,
it.
crazy old Maurice.
Crazy old Maurice. Yeah.
And this is my point
Question.
with LaFoe. LaFoe does
Oh, yeah, go
some
on.
bondage with Gaston, because in that song and stuff, he like puts a belt around his neck and like pulls it up
Oh,
to
and
his
he's-
neck and things. So
Ah.
That's it. He
It's like,
sort of squeezes out of it with
yeah,
muscles, doesn't he?
and
That's right.
Gaston's kind of like loving it. So it's like, oh, okay, all right. So who
Yeah.
is really the
Into
alpha
a bit of the
male?
BDSM, you know.
Yeah, who-
With the live action one, he's gay, isn't he? LeFou. Or
Yeah.
whatever his name.
yeah.
Is that his minion?
Yeah.
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 Right. Because I didn't know his name. LaFou.
Hang on.
Question though.
This podcast may
right?
contain harsh language and adult themes unsuitable for. I
Child
should never
late
put this.
now.
I
Too
should
late
never
now.
put this thing on a button because I could just flash it on and off the screen.
You should never have done this damn podcast in the first place.
Yes, Emma.
True.
It's your fault.
No, it's just- in that bar, in that tavern, like he's got like almost like his throne chair and his wall of trophies and whatnot.
Yeah,
Does he own that town?
I think he's just a patron,
Yeah.
like a very well-off
Very wealthy
patron.
Of the pub, of the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was
I think
like,
it is called
he
Gaston's
there?
Tavern, isn't it?
That's it.
Oh, does he own the pub?
Yeah, maybe he owns it then.
Maybe
Or
he's
maybe
a
his family owns
landlord
it.
or something.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he's the worst kind of person.
Although the film, as it
Not
was
only was he
released,
rapey.
strongly implied with the meeting of Monsieur de Dark, seeing that Gaston was the owner of the tavern, the first draft of Linda Wolverton's treatment of the film had a separate character acting as the tavern owner. So it's just cut. So he was.
Oh,
somewhere
he
else, but now
owns
he
the
is. Yeah.
tavern.
Yeah.
There
Oh,
you
well,
go,
that
that makes sense.
that. Okay.
That's why he's got his favourite chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Located
But also
in
why
the
he can
unnamed
rally up
French
town
village.
so easily.
The town isn't named as anything, like, but there you go.
Oh, right.
Little town. That's what it's called. So.
Little town.
I like the fact that obviously Belle cheers right up after she's had a good bit of dinner inside her.
Yeah.
You know, because the Beast turns up and he's laying into the door and he's like, "Arr," you know, you will come.
Oh,
to
because
dinner.
she won't go to lunch with him.
Right, yeah. And then she then starts to brighten up a bit, you know, when she's had dinner with the clock and
Before
Luminaire.
that, it's like
Cogsworth.
Beast says, is like he grabs the mirror and he goes, "Show me the girl." It's like, what a fucking perv. It's like she might be getting changed, and it's like,
Yeah, that's true. He didn't
True.
know. Yeah, she just floofed on the bed. I mean, you know.
and then it's like a glass of water and a crust of bread, and that's all she's having.
That's it.
All she's allowed.
But yeah, afterwards, the Cogsworth Luminaire was showing around the place, and I think Cogsworth says the finest joke I've ever heard. If it is not Baroque, don't fix it. Brilliant. Yes,
I do like Cogsworth. I think he's my favourite of the two of them.
he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
But how many plates and glasses does Belle actually need in Be Our Guest? It's like, think about all the washing up. It's like she didn't even eat
Yeah.
any of it. Like, I don't think she actually did
Well-
eat any of it.
No, she stuck her fingers in a few of it, and that was about it.
Yeah, I suppose though it's a
Absolute
moot point.
animal.
It's a moot point if they're all sentient. They can wash themselves. You know, it's just like that's
can wash
it.
themselves.
Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing? Just go wash yourself. Go on, and the plate just goes off down the hall, down into the kitchen, down into the sink, and just start scrubbing up.
Be
Like
handy.
you're just in a bar.
Boom, boom, boom,
I mean,
boom,
brilliant.
boom, 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 boom.
Right, we seriously got to get into this magic. Okay, we got to work on this.
Mickey got into that magic,
Magic.
and it didn't work. All right, it ended
No,
up being
it
a
didn't
massive.
end well.
Yeah.
You know, it was a long time ago. He's a mouse. You know, we can do this. Come on.
Started with a mouse, it's going to end with a mouse, Andrew. All right?
Probably.
No, Daffy
There's
will
a lot
have
of
his
truth
way.
in those. There's a lot of truth in those words.
He is the alpha and the omega.
Beginning and the end. He's the Ouroboros
Oh my god.
in mouse form. Oh my
It's
God.
after that meal. It's after that meal is when she goes to the Beast Cave, as you called it. I
The
think
West Wing.
The West
What are you doing?
the West Wing. If they weren't so mysterious, she probably wouldn't have cared. Like if
Well,
they went, oh, that's
yeah.
where he lived. That's his bedroom. All right,
But
okay,
they
I don't wanna go there.
almost distracted her. They're going, oh yeah, there's a library, and then she's like,
Yeah.
oh, a library, and it's like, no, I'm gonna go to the place I shouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like saying, that's a big red button, don't touch it, and you just touch it.
But I said it's like she has a glimpse of what Prince Adam looks like, and it's like
with the tall
obviously, yeah, and it's like obviously he's in inverted commas handsome. I think he's actually but ugly. I think it's the worst. I think Gaston was far more beautiful than.
Oh
Prince
my god,
Adam.
he is.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's got lovely hair.
but that's what
That's
it is.
about it.
Yeah. But it's like I felt that she only when she saw that painting, then she started having more feelings for him. So it's like, oh, he's actually it's a whole story about the beauty of it within, but then she doesn't start like fancying him until after seeing that
I don't
picture.
think,
Here's the
I don't
question,
think
though.
she
Here's the
knows
question.
that him,
Yeah,
though.
that's my point. Yeah, I was going to say, how do you know that she knows that that is him? Because that was just a bedroom with like paintings, and there was paintings all around the house, and that was just torn, and the rest of the room looked all torn up. So how does she know that that's the Beast?
I don't think she
Okay.
does. Spoilers at the
that
end.
point,
She
at that
looks
point.
very disappointed in him.
Yeah, she does, and she we'll get onto that.
Rightfully
but,
Yeah,
so
we'll get
too.
to that.
she only sort of unlocks it when she realizes that the eyes are the same.
Like,
You know,
my furry man is in there.
yeah. So it's like, oh, it's okay, you know. But yeah, it's
And then he
I don't know
goes
whether she
mental,
knows
and then he's like,
Yeah.
You would have seen my bat suit. Get out! Stay away from my Batmobile.
To be fair, though, as much as I love Belle, she shouldn't just go into a room and go, "Oh, I'll take the protective cover off that. That looks
Yeah.
valuable. Let's have a touch of that."
Especially
shall
when
we?"
he said you can go anywhere in this entire castle,
Yeah.
bar
Yeah.
that place.
yeah.
No, but there must be something good up there. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? You're like,
Yeah.
what's up there?
Yeah, and it looked
Yeah.
quite a delicate thing as well.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
wouldn't. I don't know why you'd want to touch that road
mean,
when
that's
it's
a little-
clearly under glass.
Yeah, that's a little bit like looking at a fish tank and then sticking your hand in and pulling out a fish and fiddling with it. You know, why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that?
Why wouldn't you do
Sam
that?
just pops it in his
Right.
mouth.
Whatever you do in your spare time,
We're going on an adventure.
fish fiddler.
Fucking out.
That's when she flees the castle. Then, where your wolves turn back up, Adam.
Yeah,
Yep. And they're like,
And
hey,
Philip's
where you
talking
going? You can't go anywhere. I was like, oh, no, it's the boss. And then he's like, oh, come on, we'll have a bit of a fight. You bite me and hurt me a little bit, and then I'll throw one of you and then you run off. All right, boss, yeah.
Why are they like New York gangsters?
yeah. Chicago gangsters.
Why did they need to Bugsy Malone?
Yeah.
Going up to Beast Castle,
Talk about it.
Could have
Yeah.
been anything that we wanted to be.
Gotta go. Gotta go threaten the broad. That's it. And then the boss man comes in, tussles us around, and away we go. Yeah. When we get the bread, that's fine. Yeah. Back to Beast Castle. Yeah. Good job.
Exactly. They're on his payroll.
That's it.
Beast is Fat Sam. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then,
I
so
do
then she
like
goes
how
back
much
and
of a-
then, yeah, go on.
I do like how much of a baby he is, though.
Oh,
I love how he goes to lick his wound as well.
yeah, I know. This gets some great character going on there again. And, when he gets sorted out, and when he goes out, the bath scene is hilarious.
Oh,
He also, poofs up and,
he very
he's getting
fluffy.
pampered. Yeah. all terror from him is just gone. Because right at the beginning, he's almost like a pacing lion. He's bloody terrifying to begin with. As he's meant to be, I guess. And he's like on all down on four paws, and I suppose he starts to. You very rarely then see him down on all fours, and he starts to.
Yeah, there's an interesting evolution there. He becomes more and more upright, and he puts more clothes on.
Yeah.
The further you go into the movie, more like he's regaining his humanity as it goes through.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. That.
Yeah, it's very it's very
That's right. Yeah, but it is there.
So meanwhile, back in unnamed town.
Yeah.
You have the asylum person meeting with Gaston, and I said Frollo from Hunchback.
I wrote, is that guy Frollo?
Yeah, there we go. I'm sure it is. Let's have a look.
No, it is.
It
It's
is
100% him. His name's Tony J.
Tony J. He looks like he's supposed to be in Bugsy Malone.
He's also
He's a British actor. He's Shere Khan, very interesting. Oh, he's dead now.
But, yeah, he is, unfortunately. But yeah, it's funny. Instantaneously, you're like, Frollo? What are you doing here? That's in France as well.
That is in France, and he's a British actor.
Same man.
Suspicious.
This is what he did before he became a judge.
Yeah. Well, perhaps it is the thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah, maybe.
My next point, I've got just a quote from I can never get the clock guy, Cogsworth.
Cogsworth.
Yeah.
Well, it's when he's talking to Beast and it's like, I want to give her something, and then they're like, going, oh, you want flowers, chocolate, promises you won't don't intend on keeping. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
The reason why you're single, Cogsworth.
Well, he's not in the live action version, is he?
What?
No, it is.
In the live action version, is that one of the town women, and he's trying to run away from her as well. When he becomes human again, he's trying to run away.
Yeah.
Oh my
Some
god,
people-
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because isn't it? Yeah, like a lot of people recognize them because they've been missing all this time.
Well, not it's like when they're enchanted, they the memory of them goes from their head, so they don't know who they are. And then when the spell is broken, everyone remembers, and then he's like, "Oh no!"
Yes.
And then it's like,
I guess so. Yeah.
I have a point to bring up about that, but that'll come up in a bit. So I'll have to remember that you said that.
okay.
Maurice, grand plan is he's gonna go rescue Belle himself. Love him.
Yep.
And he packed his bag with such useful items as an astrolabe and a tractor. I don't know how useful they're going to be, Maurice, but great.
Measure his way in and the stars and pick his optimum moment.
I think it's the whole thing of he doesn't really know where it is, so he's gonna try and.
Oh yeah, use the stars to get to the castle.
Yeah, I don't think it works like that on land. As much.
No, I don't know.
No, yeah.
Gonna navigate.
Navigate by the stars.
But how long? Yeah. How long is Belle actually a captive for? Because
the seasons change, don't they?
Yeah, we go through winter.
At one point.
Does it become winter, or is it just snow on the next day and stuff?
There's a lot of snow.
Maybe.
It feels like a lot of snow.
I got very fast Stockholm syndrome. It's like if it's like 2 days or whatever. Let's have a look. How long was Belle held captive? There you go. Some believe was only there for a few days. Others believe she was there for several months. Mostly because of the time frame of the 2 straight-to-video sequels. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness! Whilst watching this film, we then watched the trailers for the 2 sequels.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's one that looks like a Chinese knockoff.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
Can't wait for that one.
Exciting.
the face drawing on Belle, you go like, hang on, that isn't Belle.
What's going on here?
All these forums, nobody actually knows how long she's been there.
Wow.
It's a mystery, part of the enchantment. She could have been there for years.
Well,
Maybe.
well,
Just
especially
don't
if he was only 10 years old. And
know. Yeah. So weird. I mean, does time work the same in Beast Castle?
oh, good.
You know,
Maybe
is it like a
not.
Narnia thing that the petal is on its own time frame, but it's a lot
Oh,
slow.
maybe.
So like they could be there for a couple of years, and then suddenly like,
Yeah, but
this
then
is...
none of the other people in the village age.
Yeah, but that's true. But
I
then
think Andrew's saying like it could be years in the castle, but actually it's like days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, but we don't actually know how. I don't think there's any time frame in the village, really.
Somebody's got here. At least Belle is gone for about a week.
Yeah, well, that's
a
the
week.
safe assessment.
It's
I'd go with
definitely a bit better than 2 or 3 days, so it's just about a week.
that. We'll go 7 days, and that's good.
When on a Monday, did we do the day on a Tuesday? We were making love by Wednesday, and on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Saturday, we got attacked by wolves. Yeah.
Right, official. So far, this will be the longest podcast we've ever done.
Yeah.
Best film.
Did you notice LeFou? Is that his name? The
Yeah,
minion.
that's his name.
Had one of the greatest disguises. LeFou had one of the greatest disguises out of Maurice's house. He was disguised as a snowman when they turned up to get him. You know.
Pretty legit.
I love that bit of blackmail as well. It's like, marry me or your father's going to go to an insane asylum.
I know, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And it's like, oh yes, let's whip up the whole ignorant village, you know, as
They're
well.
all
And
evil
it's
in
just
that
like-
village. They're all assholes.
I have written that.
Oh,
I have written that as a note. The entire village is evil. Get rid of the village.
I don't think
Village
they're evil.
bad.
I think they're like easily swayed. You know, like how like ye olden
evil.
time people were, where
Valley
someone
folk.
said like, "Oh, they're a witch."
They're like
Yeah, that's
21st century valley folk.
There is no
Yeah, there we
thought
go.
I
going.
put them as assholes, not necessarily because they've got riled up to go fight the beast, but because they're quite happy to send Maurice, who they know isn't mad, to an asylum.
Yeah, that's even worse. He
That's
just
not
adds
why
to
he
the
should go
evil.
there.
It adds
did-
to the evil.
He did barge into the tavern screaming about a beast, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, instead of listening to him, calming him down and going to
Yeah,
check
they've never
on him,
seen a beast.
took the piss out of him.
He could have meant like a bear or something.
Yeah, you could, yeah, exactly.
I mean, there were bears and wolves and all sorts in those woods.
Mm.
You know,
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh
Oh
my!
most of it was on Gastov's wall.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so they know these things exist.
Right. My next bit
France.
isn't until the ambush. So.
You guys have missed the best bit of this movie. The two best, well, the most iconic bit of this movie, and the best.
time.
Yeah, and also the library.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, the library didn't exist.
Yeah.
It was all in her head.
Like, oh, I
Who
fancy
cares
her
about
now.
libraries?
Shut!
Whoa!
Go and support your local library, people.
There you go.
Public service announcement.
Okay.
If you're not part of a library, then you could be. Just contact us,
Attacked by
and
a
Emma will
local
hook you up
library and
to
then you
fill
can
the
sign up.
library services. She works on commission.
I have 2
believe it.
points of that library, though. One, it's stunning, and that is a fabulous way of wooing you. Come look at this library that's all yours.
That's how Andrew would.
I'm working on that. I got to the bathroom first.
But those books go right to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And all I can think of is, who shelved them up there? Who thinks that's a good idea?
Yeah, but you're forgetting one little thing here.
What?
All those books are sentient. They just climbed up there and sat there.
Oh, God.
True.
I mean, they'll read to you, though. That's quite good.
No,
Hey, yeah.
when you
That's a
read
fun-
them, they read you.
Ah!
Oh,
They read deep into your soul.
they bite the sheep.
Wow.
Yeah. Think about that.
They shoot mud at you.
Yeah. They drown villagers in mud. They ride the wolves in the woods.
Okay, so the other thing then, Emma, the beautiful ballroom scene with a beautiful dress and tailors all
Oh,
the
that's
time.
beautiful.
Oh, to say
That
the
ballroom-
least.
that
Not a little
ballroom-
scared, neither one bit proud. Beauty and the Beast.
Unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly. No.
Belly of a friend,
Beautiful.
then somebody bend.
Oh, aye, somebody bent.
Gonna tell you what they
No, we've already worked out where he only likes
He's
women.
bent.
Yeah,
Currently.
true.
I know.
That's well, yeah. So he's bending, and then he's like saying, "Oh yeah, get the mirror, turn it round the other way," and then you know. Hang on, warning up. This podcast might make it in harsh language and adult themes suitable for people under 18. Right.
You want a little alarm just to go whit.
We're being rude. We're being rude.
Unsuitable themes. Unsuitable themes.
He'd
Protect
love,
your
Please.
ears now. Protect your ears now.
he'd love
Back out.
Trident's trident, wouldn't he?
Well, who wouldn't?
Well, you love his castle, Sam.
Yeah, it's true.
Penis rock.
You're not Pride Rock.
yeah. That's it. Or Casterly rock. Penis rock.
Well, I don't have anything now until the ambush on mine.
Right.
Well, leaning
I
into
only have facts, so.
what you said about how you think the curse means everyone forget the people in the castle. Because I did right. The beast is the prince, so he probably owns like the surrounding land and the surrounding villages.
Yeah.
And I thought, how does nobody know he's there? How
think
does
it is
nobody
because
know
of
anything about him?
Yeah.
Despite they know exactly where he lives.
Yeah, it's got to
They
be part of
march
the
to his
department.
castle.
Well, no,
Isn't it?
because Maurice takes him there, doesn't he? Does he? No,
No, I
because
think
he's
Maurice-
yeah,
No.
he's
In
yeah.
I don't think
the asylum or wherever he is.
Well, he's
He
in the
ran off?
back of
Yeah.
the cart, isn't he? Yeah.
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 So it's
Yeah.
like they know, but they don't.
They don't know. Yeah.
I feel like you'd know if suddenly your prince went missing.
Yeah,
or
I think
something
that's
happened.
why they explained it a bit better in the live action movie, I think.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That part of the curse, yeah, to be forgotten then.
Yeah.
It's a bag of music.
Kill the beast.
Kill the beast. Auto chopper.
Auto chop.
I do like their plan though, like what you're saying about the ambush. I like that all like, oh, just we'll go hide and they'll never know.
The thing is, this, they scald the people and everything as well because they pour in boiling hot water on them and stuff. Like, it's like, the hell?
There's that evil cooker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
They've
just
got
love
no
the army
chance, have they? Really.
of animated objects versus the angry mob. Did
No
you-
chance.
Did you guys notice the mimic eating someone?
Mimic.
We had a bit of mimic action. We had a treasure chest completely devour one of them.
Yeah, he rolled into it, didn't he? And then he gets eaten.
First the mimic in Disney acting. Yeah, and this is where Gaston brings out his bow to accompany his quiver and goes about. I found it quite interesting that there was one of the mobsters that really, really ridiculously overreacted by being put into drag. I found that quite amusing.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Oh yeah, I remember.
I've got a dress on and a wig. Ah! Oh my God!
Oh.
It's like,
And,
hang on, son, it's the best you've looked.
And then you get Napoleon Cogsworth.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
Napoleon.
I love the fact
I
he's-
loved it.
He's got a gun and a pair of scissors, and then all of a sudden, then he's sliding down the banister, and the gun's disappeared. And it's just his pair of scissors. It's like, what's he doing with that gun? And how has he got a
It's
little
inside, isn't
tiny
it?
gun like that?
It's just
Yeah.
inside the,
Yeah,
the
where'd you
weight,
got that from?
weight box. You know, it's just a little Napoleon gun.
Hopefully so.
Just and then,
Perhaps
like,
he's really
as this is
into military
happening,
wargaming.
Chip almost kills Belle and Maurice with the wood chopping.
The
thing,
wood
like-
chopper.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. Flipping the wood chopper, brilliant. Oh,
But what do we
Yes.
think about Gaston's wet hair?
well,
Placey.
yeah, gets about a bit, doesn't it?
He's horrible, but he
Yeah,
isn't
he's
ugly. That's the one thing
He's ugly
going
on the
through.
inside.
Yeah,
He's
but
ugly on the inside.
that's the whole story.
Yeah.
Is like he's beautiful on the outside, horrible on the inside, and then Beast is
And-
horrible on the outside and beautiful on the inside. But he's not really.
Yeah,
No, but
He's not because he told the hag to go away.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. But apparently, both of them covered in hair. I didn't notice that. You know, fair play. Yeah.
All right,
Fair
and
play.
see if you're paying attention. How many dozen eggs does Gaston eat?
Oh, that's a trick question, though, isn't it?
Go on in.
Because
Is
I can't remember, but he has two numbers. He has a number when he's growing up, and then another number when he stays big and strong, and that's how he decides he is now. So there's two answers to that, isn't there?
Yeah,
Four?
there is.
Unless you add them together, and then even that you have three numbers. And I can't remember the numbers. I can't remember any of them.
Basic maths we've got going on here today.
I don't know.
leave them without you in. Just go straight down. Shell and all.
He did eat
Ooh.
4 dozen eggs
Yeah.
every day to help him get large, but then he
Yeah.
eats 5 dozen eggs, so he's
5.
roughly the
Oh.
size of a barge, I think he says.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I didn't
so
Google the
overall,
amounts, honest. So.
nine dozen eggs.
Well, no.
It's a lot of
It's
eggs.
not- 4 dozen eggs a day he had when he was a kid.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And then 5 dozen eggs a day he has as an adult. He'd die,
Flipping heck.
surely.
Well,
That's
yeah.
where Belle
That's-
gets
that's
her
not-
money from. Because he's buying all
Selling
the
them
chicken eggs.
Yeah.
There we
He's
go.
got the money to do it because he runs the
More
pub.
How many
chicken.
eggs has she got? How many
Yes.
chickens has she got?
Chickens.
I didn't.
We
It
saw
only
them in
looked like
Chicago.
2.
They're busy, proper busy. There's a coming out like a machine gun. You know.
It's like that that app
Yeah.
game, Egg Inc., and you're just like constantly like hatching loads of eggs and stuff.
I think Maurice has got a special machine for that chicken.
Maybe he's got an invention, isn't he? That just makes
Robo
loads of
chicken.
eggs. They're not real
Yeah.
eggs.
Maybe it's not even chicken eggs.
Yeah, they're just
It's Maurice's eggs.
synth eggs. Oh
Who knows?
my god!
Well, I talk. Going back to hair. My next point is about Belle's hair.
Yeah.
Belle's
So
hair,
Belle's
yeah.
hair is down quite a few times, and I have no
Yeah.
memory of her hair being down. I always have a
Yeah.
memory of her hair back.
No, I know. But
Well,
she
that-
looks gorgeous with her hair.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
she does.
Yeah. But she's always, marketing wise, when they're always doing Disney princesses, you never see her with her hair down. It's always
Yeah.
with the
So
hair
it's
down
that,
or
like,
the
little-
ponytail, don't you?
But-
You never see the action Belle.
The
which you
action
see in the movie, you know.
No wonder her name means
Sure,
beauty. Her looks have no parallel.
There you go.
I'm just
There you
reciting
go.
lyrics now.
There you go.
Right there. Fact.
Yeah, right. My
Yeah.
last point I've already talked about. I was about saying he's ugly in real person.
Yeah, they have that fight on top of the rooftop.
Oh yes, course.
And-
Let's talk about the fight.
And Beast is just sad and doesn't want to do
Yeah.
anything until he sees Belle. Then he wants to rip Gaston's face off.
And he kicks off that brilliant bit where he
Yeah.
grabs the club like as if, yeah, Gaston, I was just holding back all along.
Yeah.
Smacking him around. You know,
Fucking about, mate.
yeah, exactly. Good stuff.
But he's
but
got
how
a good heart now because he doesn't drop him off the rooftop.
Yeah, but you know,
He should have just yeeted him.
Gaston,
Should've just
backstabber,
yeeted him.
horrible. No dignity there. He just goes straight in for the backstab,
No diggity.
and then
Yeah.
deathfall off the high tower.
Go splat. I'm assuming.
Yeah, off-screen death.
Well, we never do see him die, do we?
No.
No,
Just
we
like
don't.
Maleficent, we don't see Maleficent die.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
This is true.
Spoilers,
This is
we
true.
don't see Frollo die
Oh.
when he gets yeeted.
But you know what, guys? And it's really sad. We saw a duck die.
We did.
Let's
That's
have a
horrible.
We
moment
did.
for that duck.
Let's have a minute's silence, if you please.
Are we actually doing a full minute? Or...
All I can do is someone chewing.
All right. Well, we
Damn
had.
you
we had-
eating?
You know, we had
No,
at
I'm
least
not
6
eating.
seconds. That was 6 seconds. That's fine. That'll do.
6 seconds is good for a cartoon.
For an animated duck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, well, I got a little bit
Seconds for
of
drawing.
factoids about Beauty and
Oh.
the Beast. And you
You
don't
better
have to
not
wait.
have my factoids
Oh,
because I haven't said anything this podcast.
Well, you have said a couple of things, but you know,
My facts are more important than yours.
Go on,
Got a
then.
little bit of
Go on,
film.
then, Sam.
Got a little bit of film left. Go on.
I'll
Sam,
mute
go for it.
everyone, Sam.
Right.
For you.
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay,
get
please,
off my
please
button.
mute 'em
so I'm
all.
not even talking. Look at this.
Oh my god, he's gone off the button and all.
I
Right,
have-
well. Okay, fact time. Capital letters, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. With Sam. There was a non-musical version commissioned in the 80s. They were not happy with the results after 10 weeks of storyboarding because it was too depressing. Dun, dun, dun.
Facts with Sam.
Jackie Chan, shut up! You're meant to be muted.
I was giving you a
Jackie
jingle,
Chan.
okay?
Gaston, Sam.
Jackie Chan dubbed the Beast's voice for the Chinese translation. Fact.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
The Beast is a mashup of many animals. One is a lion, one is a
Yeah.
buffalo,
Okay.
one is a gorilla, one is a human, one is a wild boar, one is a bear, and there are many wolf bits, and in brackets, and a little something extra. However, this is my very interesting fact. Very important fact, written
Yeah.
in big letters.
Yeah.
Animator Glenn Keane claims that Beast actually has a rainbow bum, but nobody knows that but Belle.
Rainbow bum.
Rainbow bum.
Fact.
Very short.
Fact. It said here it's legit information.
It's legit
Um,
because it's a Sam fact.
Yeah, exactly. And that is it. That is the end of my. That's the end of my facts. I think. Wait there a second. Let me double check.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that is the end of my facts. I've got a couple more points, but that's the end of my facts.
I'm gonna have to
So
get a new
you're free to
graphic.
fact away.
I'm gonna have to get a new graphic I put on the board whenever it's a Sam fact. It'll like
Sam fact.
Facts.
He spent more of the film not watching the film, looking
at
for facts. Facts.
Facts.
Facts.
Well, no, I don't
Anyway,
have
yeah,
that
that's my
fact.
facts.
Mine is.
Oh, good. I was worried you were going to use my rainbow bum one. I'm going to be
I wasn't.
honest.
No. I'm quite shocked and glad that I've listened to this podcast with your beautiful facts. And if other people want more facts like that, then they better hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, they better
Fact.
subscribe. I don't give facts anywhere else.
No.
Just here. You won't be getting any facts on any other
I
podcast from me.
love how unimpressed you sound in all of these podcasts. It's brilliant. It's like,
What do you mean unimpressed?
You're making me watch Disney movies.
I am
hate
being
you.
held, to all listeners, I am being held hostage. Please call for help.
Please hit that subscribe button so we can free him. When
Please
we
free me.
get 1 million
Hit the subscribe
subscribers, then he'll be free.
They'll bring in Chris Hemsworth and not me anymore, please. Help a man out. Anyway, yeah, that's my facts.
So my fact is I mentioned him before, Howard Ashman. He died on the 14th of March 1991, and this did not come out until September of 1991, so we never got to see this film run out. And also, he only ever did 3 Disney films. It was Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast. And obviously, we haven't seen Aladdin yet, so we didn't even get to see Aladdin released and stuff. It's quite sad, really.
no.
But he did win an award for Under the Sea. He won an Oscar for Under the Sea in Little Mermaid. So it's quite sad. It's like, if you guys haven't seen, there's a documentary on Disney Plus called Howard, and it's all about him.
Howard Stark.
Howard Stark, yeah.
Cool.
Do you know Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah.
He did the musical version of that.
Well, he wrote it.
Yeah. He wrote the musical version of
cool.
Horrors. Yeah. Little Shop of Horrors.
I've never seen Little Shop of Horrors.
What?
I know of it. I know
What?
it. I've never seen it. No.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not even a
Bugger off.
musical man,
Right.
and I've seen
I'm
it.
booting you from the Discord just to go watch it.
Immediately.
Oh, all right. Fine. Didn't want to be any stupid podcast anyway.
It's your podcast.
Fine.
This is your idea.
I didn't even want to be on my stupid podcast anyway. I think that's more likely.
Right. Okay.
Did anybody notice the magic time when he did finally transform back into human form? He looked like he was genuinely being abducted by aliens.
Yeah, his fingers were glowing and shit.
Yeah, but it was the way he was started to float in the air and spin around, and all these flipping meteors come out everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's proper UFOs kicking off here. You know,
Proper UFOs
I love the fact
kicking
that
off. Yeah.
the bell had to go beast as well. It's like, is it really? It's like, you?
I know Emma. I
he's
think
had a
Emma
hard
already
day,
said this.
a hard 7 days.
I think Emma already said this, but she was definitely disappointed in the fact that
She
he
is.
turned back into a man. She was into Beast. She wasn't into man.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
You know what I
believe
mean?
Just like
No,
he's not into
He's
women.
ugly as well. He's
the rainbow
ugly as fuck. So
He is,
when he's
yeah.
human, so
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
Just like all Adams.
he isn't very good.
Yeah, we
No,
were
that's
saying
just
you
sad.
when you were a beast.
Yeah, we're much better when you were the Beast, man.
Oh, there he is.
Ooh,
He's
back.
go.
man, return to us.
Brr.
I think my last point that I haven't actually said.
Ooh.
I like this. I did say I liked this, like Sailor Moon transformation. That was pretty cool.
Sailor Moon.
But
Yeah, it was a bit Sailor.
yeah, like he's like twisting in the air and shit.
Yeah, it was weird. Sort of- you could see that on the X Files. Going, oh,
What
Well,
is it,
my
Mulder?
only ever-
I've come into the
I
room
can't see
late
anything.
again. Oh, God damn it, Elliot.
Ellie, too late
Don't
again.
worry about it.
You're always in room like a minute too late.
Yeah, she comes
Scully.
in when it is actually Prince Adam.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're on about, Mulder. God damn
It
it!
always looked like this. Oh,
Oh.
wasted.
Well, my final fact is it's not even a fact. Sorry, it's just my observings. My
Observations.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Spatialisms.
Why does Miss Potts have a child, like a literal baby child, when she's that old? She looks like she's into her 70s or 80s, and she has
Well-
a child that's like 5.
yeah.
Hang on then.
But hang on a second. What if that wasn't like her, you know,
Biological child.
yeah, maybe
Maybe.
she
She's in
had
her
a daughter. That
40s.
daughter died.
What?
She's
She
had
did
like.
not look 40.
She's in her
She did not
40s.
look 40.
I think time
No,
moves
lies.
differently at the castle. I think she's been a
No,
pot
I
woman
think-
for
I think
about
the
20 years.
reason I think the reason why is because of the voice actor is like obviously makes it a bit older, isn't
I
it?
think this is just excuses now.
How
Yeah,
old
but then,
is
you know,
Chip?
I
Hang on.
think at the end there's potential for Mrs. Potts and Maurice romance.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. I think that's what they hint at.
Yeah, there you go.
The sequels, I reckon.
Yeah.
Chip
Maybe a
is
bit
7
romance
years
scene
old.
going on there. He doesn't look 7 years old. He looks like 5 years old, and
What's the
she
cat?
looks like 70 years old.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
not a cunt when he's a child.
And he's got brain damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
you
does
said
have brain
it's
damage.
hanging
Yeah,
on his
that's
head.
true.
Yeah, when did Chip
Mm.
go?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
I
a
mean,
bit of his brain missing, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Well, there we are.
there
Happy
you go.
days. All right then. Anybody
Good
else
stuff.
got any points?
I think I'm out.
No, I think I'm pretty much out.
Yeah,
Other
they
than
got a
that,
they
like-
get a beautiful new stained glass window at the
Yeah,
end.
I love the
Really
stained
good.
glass.
The other one?
Yeah, pretty good.
All right
Yeah.
then. So it is time for Battle Royale.
Rawr.
Rawr.
I love the fact that you guys can't hear the echo and stuff, and that's brilliant.
Finish him.
So now we have Super Bernard and Bianca.
Yes.
Just ordinary Bianca, not Super Bianca.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Sam, we established that Bernard's got super strength because he
Yeah,
pulled
especially in
the
water.
boy up from the water.
Yeah, that's
And so-
pretty strong, to be
Um,
honest.
He's only a tiny mouse.
So Super Bernard and Bianca versus Beauty and the Beast.
I'm sorry, but it's gonna be Beauty and the Beast.
yeah,
He's
pretty
just going to eat him.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
no matter how
Yeah.
much strength he
Yeah.
has. The wolves
Yeah.
are
You know,
in
like
there
when
as
he-
well. So
Do you know when he'd eaten the porridge? That's how
Yeah.
he's going to eat Bernard and Bianca.
Accidentally in
Yeah.
the porridge. Pulling the porridge.
Oh my
And of course, Super Bernard is.
Oh my
quite
God,
water,
he's
so he
eating
doesn't
me.
have
And then he's gonna eat you.
Oh my
Ah.
god!
That was Bartimus then. That's what that was.
I
You
don't
don't
know
talk
who
about
Bartimus is. I have no clue who you're on about.
potato, potato.
We're all going to die.
Off topic, I feel like
Yes.
Adam would appreciate this. I saw a photo recently of a family that went to Disney. It was an adult woman that went to Disney with her parent,
Yeah.
and they decided to cosplay. And the camera spun round, and they were an old couple, and they were dressed as Bernard and Bianca.
Hey.
Oh, they were
That's how you do it.
cute.
That's cute.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
I'd never get Gemma to do that.
Well, it's best
Time
start working on it now.
Well,
Oh, you
I'm
might be
I'm
able
going
to.
dressed as Han Solo, like Star Wars.
Perfect.
She'll just be like, "You're an embarrassment." So, and I'll be there with my lightsaber. And
All right,
There
we'll
is
do a
nothing.
high team. Be like, yeah, Adam, woo!
Yeah, baby, you got it.
We're
Turn up on the
dressed
back of a
as
seagull.
the three bimbo women in the
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
oh, please,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Sam and Andrew, can you please put fake boobs on as well? That'd be
Yeah.
Oh, I will
hilarious.
put the biggest, fakest boob
Yes.
you've ever seen in
And
your
no
life.
shaved arms or legs either, just all natural.
They're gonna be
zombie
bazonkers,
mode.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, big hairy baps.
Right. Anyway, well,
Go with our women
that was the
mentality.
most quickest battle royale decision making
Yeah,
ever. Right.
It's
Okay.
easy.
So
Just fell
next
in
time,
under the park.
Beauty and the Beast. Well, we know what's gonna happen. It's Beauty and the Beast against Aladdin next time. So I think.
Aladdin.
Oh,
I don't
Wow.
think so. I think it's gonna be Beast in it.
yeah.
I
Well,
don't-
I don't know. I mean, look, right. There's a
I
lot of
know.
different things. There's a lot of different things going on here, and I think we should probably talk about this next time because it's just Aladdin.
Exactly.
Right.
It's just Aladdin.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not Aladdin and
his
the
genie.
genie. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
different.
It's
Yeah.
just
With
Aladdin.
Beauty and the Beast, because you got Beast, and then Beauty. You got Belle telling him what to do.
It's like say now what Beast won against Aladdin, and then Beast won against the Lion King, which is the next one, because it is just the one lion. Then we'll have a debate
Yeah,
about
yeah, but
who
he's
the
the king
actual
of
Lion
lions.
King is. Yeah, but
But
the
he's got
Beast,
more animals in him.
Yeah, but say
some more strength.
Say the Beast does win against Aladdin and the Lion King. The next one after
Yeah.
that is Aladdin: The Return of Jafar. So
Ooh.
we have Aladdin and Jafar in the
Jafar.
title. So
Mm.
You could
And
really
he is a
curse him
sorcerer.
again.
yeah.
Anyway, it's a spoiler.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
Yeah, we haven't got through the
Can't
first
be
Aladdin
predicting
yet.
this far in advance.
That hasn't happened yet. None of that happened. It's just
You've got to
Beast
wait until
X.
February for this.
Christ.
Yes. Oh, savor it. Savor it.
Right. Okay. So, I think without any further ado, I think we do have to hand the reins over to the man who has to keep his button pushed. For this entire
do.
thing.
Dude, this
How's
my
your finger?
thumb is
How's your
very
finger right now?
sore. Yes, it's very sore. Hang on.
and
I'm going
just-
to just take a tiny breather.
Yeah, and just to let everyone know, we are at the 1 hour and 31 minutes mark. So I think if you've made it this far into this podcast, put a comment down saying, I made 90 minutes of this.
Yeah.
I
Give
might
yourself
actually
Hey!
give you
Absolute
something.
shit.
I might give you some prizes for sticking with us for an hour and a half.
I gotta say, we stayed on topic though.
I know what it's like.
We had a
Yeah.
lot to say about being the
Mostly.
Beast.
Yeah.
Value.
It's the best film.
Oh, wait until we get
Value.
to some of the other ones as well. Like, 'cause we've got we
Lion
got
King.
Bless My Soul, Hercules on Roll.
on the road.
Hercules.
Defeated.
One of
Yeah.
my favorites, actual favorites. I will be less monotone, maybe.
No,
Never.
this is just you.
Never.
This is just me. Never.
It's okay, Sam. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We've only got
6, 7, 8,
1,479
9, 10,
films
11.
left.
We've only got 12 more until The Lion King 2.
Yeah.
In fact, we're so close.
We've only got
So
another
close.
year's worth of podcasts.
Oh my god. Can we not just have a whole day where we just record them all? Sorry, viewers.
Well,
Sacrifice just one day in my life, you know.
well, you'd still have to watch all those films.
Nah, I just.
A couple of weeks worth of
Just
Disney
make it
film.
up. Yeah. All right, then,
Well fed.
Andrew. It is your moment. This
Okay.
is
Oh,
your
2 seconds, I've got my mute
moment.
ready.
This is your
Right.
Okay, I'm muting now.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. An heroic figure kicks down a castle door and enters the foyer. I am Gaston, the most manliest man, and I am looking for the gorgeous Belle, who I intend and will marry and take her back to my kitchen where she belongs, because I've had enough of my mother's casserole. Monsieur, surely you jest. What is this? A talking candlestick? Oui, I am sorry. Where are my manners? Be our guest, put our dungeon to the test. We have a nice thumbscrew just for you. Be our guest, be our guest. Give your freedom a rest. The manacles we just bought are nice and new. Be our guest, be our guest. The rack has a wonderful headrest. We'll break your bones and then make you scream. Be our guest, be our guest. We'll make you eat a hornet's nest. And we'll have fun with you and it will be obscene. Oh, wait. Sacre bleu. It is the master. Gaston, you're a strapping young man. Oh, yes. I'll be staying with us for a while. Yes. You're my wife now, Gaston. You're my wife now. Taylor's old as time. Gaston